Okay, so today, your homework for tonight is page 2. It's back and front, both sides. Okay. Here are the answers that you need to check. I want to talk to you guys about this one here. We went over, whenever you have an equation and it has a minus sign, what have I asked you to do? Add a negative, because it really sticks out, because when you change this to 6 minus 1 plus negative x plus 5, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this is going to turn into 6 plus negative 6x. Negative 6 plus 5. Negative 6x, there is not a negative 6x as an option as your other answers. So clearly, that is not equivalent. That's why making this adding a negative makes it not equivalent. Okay? So make sure you do that. And just a reminder, distributed property, I times 6 times 1, and then I go 6 times negative x. That's how I get that.
Also, you could have done process of elimination, because there's already 5 plus 6x minus 6.
Yep.
And the rest is 6x minus 1 and 6.
Step number 2. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. So this one isn't quite isolated yet. I could do one more step to this. Minus 3. But honestly, minus 3, that would be too easy. So I just left it kind of like in between. But this is the right answer right here. If I minus 3 from this side, I get rid of it. I minus 3 from that side, it turns into 9. So literally my equation is 9 equals 2x. And then x would equal 4.5. The slope, 2. How do you find slope, guys? Rise over run. When you have a graph.
Or the y2 minus y1.
I could do this, but I'm just telling you. With a graph, rise over run is super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Find 2 points that are literally on the line and have intersections. And then how far did I go up or how far did I go down? If I go down, it's negative. If I go up, it's positive. And how far did I go over? Okay, want you to understand 4 and how to answer. It asks you, is this line linear? Yeah, you can say yes, it's linear. You answered the first part of the question. Good. Question 2, how do you know this?
Because there's
Okay, now you could say because there's a pattern, but I could say I prove it. That's where everybody lost their points. You can't just tell me it's a pattern. If you tell me it's linear, what is that automatically saying? That there's a pattern. Show me what's the pattern. Look at the table. X changes by this much. Y changes by this much. Or, in this case, tell me what the slope is. If you tell me the slope, that's the pattern of change, right? That's your change over Y over change in X. That literally tells me, yeah, write it down. That's fine. Okay, so you need to do change in Y over change in X, and I wrote this in like kid language as best I could. And then I just said negative 2/3 is the slope. This here shows me, yeah, in kid language. Not Miss McFarland language. Not in teacher lang. No. This here, guys, shows me that you did the math. And you just didn't tell me criteria for a linear line. Like I had a lot of people say, oh, it's straight. Of course it is. It's linear. I had people say, oh, there's a pattern of change. I either gave you 1 or 2 points depending on how many pieces of criteria you gave me. Now, if you give me criteria and you show me some math, you'll get all 4 points. Preston.
Would you still get all 4 points if you graphed it?
Okay. Now, but you can't graph it on the test. That's the problem. Okay?
Can we just draw on the computer?
That'd be hard. What I really want you to do is I want you to show me the change in Y over change in X and that you know how to do that.
For the Google Classroom test we took yesterday, how many points could we get on that? Like possible?
18.
Okay.
Okay. So that is how you do that piece. Tomorrow, We're doing this for the next 4 questions. 5 questions, actually. The next 5. And then right after, once we're done reviewing it, you're going to get on the computers and you're going to take it. Any questions about that?
Is there a second part? Are we finishing just video?
No. Tomorrow, hey, I want to be very clear about this. Cruz, I want to be very clear about this. Okay? I'm going to give you 20 minutes, and that is it. So study. Okay? I'm being straight up. You have 20 minutes to take this test. So don't dilly-dally. Know your stuff. 20 minutes is plenty of time. Plenty.
How many questions?
Okay? It's 9. Literally, it's almost the same test, except you're going to have different numbers, different tables, different equations. Okay? But listen. Study. Know the pieces. How to do rise over run. Know how to do X over Y. 20 minutes is going to be plenty of time. And that's...
Does everyone have to retake?
Okay? No, you don't have to. But I want you to study tonight. Okay? That's my way of telling you I'm not going to give you all the time in class to just sit because you didn't study. If you study, you're going to fly through this. Okay? And 20 minutes is going to be plenty. Yeah, John.
If we don't finish in that 20-minute time period, are you just going to give us a 0?
No, you'll get what you've gotten.
So you have to submit.
But John, 20 minutes is ample time. Ample time. That's like almost 3 minutes per question. That's plenty of time. None of this is tough math. Okay? But you need to know how to do it. Okay? Because I'm giving you literally what to expect. And I'm expecting you to do the work to be prepared.